Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. So, we're diving into a super fun, completely magical story by the legendary author Roald Dahl. We're going to look at one of the absolute best parts of his book, The Giraffe and the Pelly and Me. Get ready, because we're stepping into a world where animals aren't just pets, they're actually the strangest, most incredible window cleaning crew you will ever see.
Now, I really want you to try and picture this in your mind. Have you ever seen a giraffe, a pelican, and a monkey teaming up to wash a window? I know, it sounds totally crazy, right? But as we're about to see, these friends do way more than just wash glass. They solve problems, they go on wild adventures, and honestly, they even fight crime. So, our adventure kicks off right here. Let me introduce our heroes. We've got the incredibly tall giraffe, the pelican with this absolutely enormous beak, the really cheeky monkey, and their human best friend, a boy named Billy. Here they are arriving at the gates of Hampshire House. And guys, this place is massive. It's literally bigger than a palace. You can just imagine how excited, and maybe a little nervous, they are as they roll up that huge driveway.
Section 1. Meeting the Angry Duke, the Cherry Problem.
Right, so while they're exploring the grounds, the gang suddenly hears all this shouting. It turns out to be the owner of the house, the ultra-rich and very, very grumpy Duke of Hampshire. You can see him pointing his walking stick high up in the air, just completely furious. Why? Well, he really wants those huge, juicy black cherries right at the very top of the tree. But the poor gardener is stuck down below because his ladder is just way too short. Luckily, our heroes know exactly what to do. Talk about amazing teamwork. In step 1, the pelican whispers to Billy, "Here we go," and with a huge swoosh, flies Billy straight up to the very top branches. Step 2, Billy quickly picks all those impossible-to-reach cherries and drops them safely into the pelican's giant beak. And step 3, they swoop right back down to the ground.
Just look at the Duke's face here. He is absolutely staggered. I mean, his eyes are practically popping out of his head. Just a second ago, he was ready to call for a gun to shoot this, monster bird. But then this giant pelican lands, and a little boy just casually leans out of the bird's beak to hand the Duke his favorite snack. The completely stunned Duke just looks at them and asks, "Who are you?"
Part 2. The Magic Window Cleaners. Teamwork in Action.
Okay, so the animals proudly announced to the Duke that they are the ladderless window cleaning company, and their system is actually brilliant. Every single animal has a very specific job. The giraffe, she's the ladder. The pelican fills his giant beak from the garden tap, so he's the bucket. And that quick, nimble little monkey, he's the cleaner holding the cloth. Seriously, it is the ultimate window cleaning setup. But of course, there's a catch. The Duke looks way up at his massive palace and tells them, "Don't worry about the 2 top floors. You can't reach them anyway." But the giraffe, she just gives the Duke this small, confident little smile. Because, well, you really shouldn't doubt a giraffe's neck. She tells the Duke that there are absolutely no windows in the whole world she can't reach.
And then she proves it right on the spot. The monkey yells at her to show the Duke what she can do. And suddenly, as if by magic, her neck just starts to grow. It gets longer and longer and longer. It literally stretches higher and higher up into the sky until the monkey is perfectly level with the highest windows. As you can guess, the Duke and Billy are just left standing there completely speechless.
Chapter 3. A sneaky burglar appears. Oh, danger on the 3rd floor.
So our team starts cleaning, and they are astonishingly fast. Zip, zip, zip. They finish the top floor and work their way down to the 3rd. But then they stop moving entirely. They just freeze flat against the wall. Down on the ground, the Duke is totally confused. So what do you think made our happy window cleaners stop dead in their tracks like that? What could possibly be hiding inside that room? Well, here is the terrifying answer. The giraffe slowly bends her long neck all the way down to the ground and tiptoes over to whisper a secret to the Duke. There's a man inside one of the 3rd floor bedrooms. He's digging wildly through all the drawers. And guys, he has a pistol. The Duke instantly panics, because that room, that's the Duchess's bedroom, and this thief is stealing her priceless jewels.
Part 4. Catching the Cobra. Pelly to the rescue.
Now the Duke is down there yelling for the police, the army, even cannons, but there's just no time to wait. So the brave pelican takes matters into his own wings. He flies up, flips upside down to dump all the dirty washing water out of his beak, and gets ready. Then, zooming like an absolute bullet, Pelly flies right through the open window.
5 seconds later, he zips back out, lands on the lawn, and his huge orange beak is clamped perfectly shut. But then, suddenly, a tremendous banging noise starts echoing from inside the pelican's beak. The monkey shouts out that Pelly's caught the burglar. But right after that, bang! A massively loud noise goes off. The burglar actually just fired his pistol from inside the beak. The terrified Duke jumps back 10 paces, points his walking sword, and screams, "Keep that beak closed, sir! Don't you dare let him out! He'll murder us all!" It's a scary moment, but our team is super smart, and the giraffe has a genius idea. She yells, "Shake him up, Pelly! Rattle his bones!" So the pelican shakes his massive head from side to side so unbelievably fast that it's just a blur. The burglar trapped inside gets tossed around so much he's basically being scrambled like an egg. It is the ultimate trick to make him way too dizzy to ever fire that pistol again. And the timing couldn't be more perfect. Police cars with sirens blazing race onto the grass, and 6 officers immediately surround our brave bird. On the count of 3, the pelican pops open his gigantic beak. The police instantly pounce on the dizzy burglar, snatch his gun away, and slap on the handcuffs. And get this, it turns out this isn't just an ordinary thief. This is a highly dangerous, super sneaky cat burglar that the police call the Cobra.
So, thanks to the incredible teamwork of the giraffe, the Pelly, the monkey, and Billy, the day is totally saved. The chief of police fishes handfuls of sparkling diamonds out of the burglar's pockets to give back to the Duchess. And the Duke? He looks right at our animal friends and proudly declares them absolute heroes for saving millions and millions of diamonds.
I mean, what a wild adventure, right? All from just trying to clean some windows. Now, before we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with something to spark your own imagination. If you had a magical animal team just like the giraffe, the pelican, and the monkey, what kind of mystery or adventure would you solve together? Think about it. Thanks so much for exploring this awesome story with me today. Keep reading, keep wondering, and I will see you all next time.